Hello and welcome to Head and Shoulders, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise, like coaches, that are head and shoulders above the rest. In today's content, we're going to talk about whether Dina Asher-Smith is overrated or not, because there's a lot of people, and I mean a lot of them, that are talking about Dina Asher-Smith being overrated in the comment section. And under the last video that I just made of her chances about medaling or winning a medal, or gold or whatever in the 100 and 200. Hey, even if she can't win the gold medal, does that make her, I don't know, overrated? I don't know what this overrated is. All right. Nobody's calling her the greatest of all time. She's frequently looked at as the best European, which I don't think there's an argument right there because, I mean, Daphne Skippers, she does her thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, you guys out there calling her overrated, you kind of look like a fool. Like, no joke, no joke. Nobody's saying that she does that. So we're gonna get into the facts here about what she's actually overrated about. Like, oh yeah, she can only win with other people. So this is what I got. Look at the screen if you're not looking at the screen. Maybe you're doing something in the background, but shh. The haters out there that hate on Dina Asher-Smith, you about to be silenced right here. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're just going to get louder now because now you're offended and personally got your panties in a bunch. Or maybe it's not, because some people think she's overrated and they're not hating. They just see it as they see it. But we're about to break this down. So let's look at her honors right here, because they said, hey, when the biggest people aren't there, that's when she wins. Now, let's remember that she peaks at the right time, usually at these championships, right? Okay. All right, Dina Asher-Smith. Here she is, 21.88. She won the 200 meters. Okay, nice. Okay, 10.83. She got second to who? Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Who beats Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce other than when she's injured? I mean, how could you be? You're the second best person. You are right behind Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. What? You need Elaine Thompson to be there or something like that. And you know what happens with Elaine Thompson sometimes? She's been struggling through injuries. Sometimes she's got a head case. Sometimes she's sick, whatever it is. You got Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and you finished second to her. I mean, these people are just going ham. Like, she's overrated. Okay, cool. She's done her thing. She's gotten better each and every year. Look at this. With the exception of here, well, actually, yeah, every year that she gets better. It really is. She finished fifth in the 200 in 2015. Then she finished fourth in 2017. Then what is she going? Oh, 2019, she's upgraded that fourth to a first. And yeah, maybe some people weren't there, but guess what? If Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce was in that race, you know, she only broke 22 seconds this year in 2021. As of this recording, this was the first time that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce broke it. Oh, I'm sorry. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce also won the world championships without breaking 22 seconds. Is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce overrated? I mean, we're arguing that she's one of the greatest sprinters of all time in the same sentence as Allison Felix. But I don't know, Dina Asher-Smith is. Maybe it's a bias here. But we're going to break this time down. Let's pay attention right here. 21.88. All right. Let's look at somebody else. Now, let's go to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce before I get to that next part. And also, we're looking for 10,000 subscribers here. So definitely like, comment, subscribe, share, because we're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to grow this so that it survives after the Olympic Games, because we got some content like the virtual races. If you want to see animated races between some of the greatest athletes of different eras, we're going to equalize gender and times between athletes and put them up head to head. Sometimes we might have a gymnast come in or whatever like that, and we're going to have 100 meter, 200 meter races. If you want to be there, join as a membership. We already got 5 people as a membership. Well, this might not age well. It might be 200 or 300 by the time you see this. This is July 20th, 2021. But if you want to become a member, comment below. Say, I want to become a member if you're not already a member. And then we'll sign you up, because whatever you're paying for your membership, that does go toward funding those animated races as they stand right now. But anyway, because we want to have those things going. That would be good. We're going to analyze everything. So let's look at this, what Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has done in the past. Okay, cool. 22-17. She won the world championships in 2013, although it was against the headwind. But somebody else ran against the headwind and ran faster than this. We're going to go over that in a second. So 22-17. For some reason, it took until this year for her to get it. Okay. She got second in London with a 22:09, right? Okay. Now, obviously, she's got a whole bunch of goals and everything there. I don't know what anybody's saying with Dina Asher-Smith ever in the conversation of, I don't know, the greatest of all time, because I don't ever remember anybody ever saying that. Now, saying that she's Europe's best, that's arguable. And I think it's arguable in the positive direction. Now, let's go to somebody right here, one of the greatest sprinters of all time. And I would say her and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce got that argument like down pat. Those two. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce could be the greatest 100-meter sprinter than Allyson Felix overall, because when you look at her honors at the World Championships, at least the Olympics, she typically gets her gold medals from the relays. But at the World Championships, she was the first female athlete to do this. First, remember, 200 meters. We're going to do that in the Allyson Felix video. But remember this. Okay, 21:88. All right. She won. 21:88, gold. Okay, now this is against a headwind when Dina Asher-Smith had something there. But the point is, she ran faster than Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and she would have beat Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in the same race. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Weren't they in the same race and she beat Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce? And that, oh, I'm sorry. But in 2013, once again, she winded up Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce not breaking 22 seconds, whereas Allyson Felix, because some people were coming down in the comment section saying, well, her times aren't fast. What? So winning isn't good enough now? Winning at a world championship or Olympic Games is not good enough. Because if we compare these to other athletes, when they actually win at these world championships, sometimes they're not the best times. One-off races don't always mean championships or anything. Remember, we got Asafa Powell. He's got the Guinness World Record for the most 100-meter dash victories. I mean, sub-10s, and yet he couldn't get a gold. He can't even get a silver unless somebody in the future gets disqualified because of drug cheat in front of him. But he doesn't have a gold to his name at the Olympics. He got 2 bronze medals. That's the best he could do, bronze, at the World Championships. And that's not to discredit him at all. But this guy had the world record at one point in the 100, and yet he couldn't get a gold. So when it comes down to championships, people can say things all they want, just like how I used to feel about Mo Farah. So we just broke this down right here. This is going to be a shorter video. What do you guys think? Is Dina Asher-Smith overrated, quote unquote, or what? I think that she's an excellent athlete. She's coming up in a time where there are really great athletes. I mean, you get them all the time. Think of Adi. What is she called? The bronze queen at some point, because she just kept getting bronze medal. But she was freaking fantastic as far as she got up there. She's one of the only other, it's 4 athletes that got 20 medals. 20 medals. It's Usain Bolt, 20 medals or more, between the World Championships, the Olympic Games. There's Usain Bolt, Carl Lewis, Adi, and Allyson Felix. Those are the 4 athletes that got that. And somebody can discredit Adi all they want, and they can say, oh, well, she sucks because she couldn't get that. I look at Allyson Felix and be like, well, when it comes down to gold medals at the Olympics, when you compare her to one athlete to another one, if it's individual, then I'm going to say Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, because she knows how to do it individually. When I look at overall and what they can do, the versatility with her being on the relays, then I'm going to give it to, well, she's got more versatility. So it's going to go to Allyson Felix. It depends on what you're talking about. Now, Dina Asher-Smith, for instance, she improves year after year after year. And just because she doesn't have the fastest times, just because there are other people, who knows, she might peak and run another PR. Because if you look at her progression here, this is overtime for the people that want to stay toward the end. I frequently have those. So if you look at her progression, she typically gets faster year after year after year. She barely reverses. Occasionally she does. Yeah, sure. Occasionally she does. But if you think about it, she peaks at where she usually peaks at these championships. In this case, she went in reverse here, and she did this at in London. And look, it was a negative headwind. Think about that. That actually is better than this performance. A negative 1.3. So that would have actually been there. This one wasn't too hot for her either. Okay, cool. Then she, once again, progress. Who knows? She might break her 1083 this year. Maybe this is the year she goes sub 10.8. Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year she breaks her PR again in the 200. And then she goes sub 21.8. Maybe she just goes 21.81. Maybe she doesn't get a medal. But I don't think that that takes away from Dina Asher-Smith at all. And the only reason I made this video is because I didn't see 1, I didn't see 2, I didn't see 5. I saw a lot of comments talking about, hey, Dina Asher-Smith is not really good. She's overrated. She can only win when other big names aren't there. It's just like, wait a minute, what? She's out here. She could take on the big names, whether in a regular meet or at a championship. Yeah, she doesn't race as often as some of these other ones. She doesn't peak as early because she's in Great Britain. So it doesn't require her to run certain speeds earlier in the season. But you could say the same thing about the Jamaicans compared to the Americans. Notice the Jamaican athletes typically peak at the correct time later on in the season, whereas the American athletes, they're running so much, they're trying to make their money and everything like that. And however it is and competitive, it's with so many other athletes, well, they typically peak early and sometimes they're burnt out at the championships, to the point that some people are claiming that Eugene is at high altitude like idiots. These people are idiots, the ones that say it's high altitude. There's no excuse for it. And then they say that the track makes them fast and they can't replicate the times, although the males go out and they run at these international meets and they're running fast, if not just faster, if not just as fast as they ran in Eugene. The logic just does not make sense. And they pick and choose which athletes they're talking about. Because when one athlete doesn't do it, but the other two do, then they're like, well, they can't replicate their times. It's down to the athlete. It's not the track. It's down to the athlete and them peaking in their coach. With that being said, in my opinion, Dina Asher-Smith is not overrated because all she's talked about is the marketing that I see, even from the British announcers, the English, is that she is a great athlete, that she's one of the greatest in Europe. They didn't say, and then obviously she won the world championship gold. And then she got second to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. What more can you ask for, actually? What more can you ask for? Please tell me. For the people that disagree with this, what can she do to please you to say that she's not overrated anymore and that she's properly rated in her proper context? Tell me what she has to do to please you to say that she's not overrated. She got second to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. I mean, okay, cool. What can she do? But anyway, I think that's it. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Maybe there's going to be inflamed topic here, but hey, catch you all on the next one. We're going to do an Allison Felix one on the next one. And then I'll probably tag that here. Just depends on when you are looking at this, before the Olympics or after the Olympics. Peace.